This procedure covers the determination of the maximum specific gravity of HMA paving mixtures in accordance with AASHTO T209's volumetric flask method. Tools needed: scale, volumetric flask, manometer, vacuum lid, vacuum pump, thermometer, and timer. Calibrate the volumetric flask quarterly. To do this, fill the empty flask with water. The water must be 77 degrees plus or minus 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Slide the lid on and gently push down so that there is no air between the lid and the water in the flask. Towel dry all water off of the flask. Record the weight of the flask filled with water. Repeat 2 other times and take the average of the 3. Again, this is done at least quarterly before the test is ran. Now to the actual test. Obtain and split the sample out according to their respective FOPs. Determine the sample size using this chart. Separate the fine particles to a 1/4 inch size or smaller. Do this by stirring intermittently and cooling to room temperature. Once at room temperature, zero out the flask, pour the sample into the flask carefully, making sure all pieces get inside. Record the weight of the sample. Cover the sample in 77-degree water, 1 inch above the surface of the sample. Attach the vacuum lid to the flask, making a seal. Wet or lubricate the seal if needed. For double rice configurations, do the same to the other flask, attaching the vacuum lid, making a seal. Remove the entrapped air by vacuuming at 27.5 pressure for 15 minutes. Make sure the mechanical agitators are turned on for each flask. At 15 minutes, release the vacuum pressure. You have 10 minutes from this point to complete the test. Remove the flask from the vacuum apparatus and immediately fill with water without reintroducing air. The water must be at that same 77-degree temperature as before. Fill or submerge completely, sliding the lid on, eliminating all air. Towel dry the outside of the flask. Record the total weight of the flask, sample, and water. To calculate a rice, or maximum specific gravity, also known as the GMM, take the mass of the sample in air divided by the mass of the sample in air plus the calibrated flask weight minus the weight of the flask, sample, and water. Here's a quick run through of a calculation. Always report the rice number or GMM to 3 decimal places. The rice number is used to report the theoretical maximum density for the field. Take the GMM and times it by the maximum density of water.